gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Do I need the notes up?
See that, Vet? That's how they dance in that. What's that film, Ray? You know the one with John Travolta.
What film you watching, brother?
The one with John
John
Travolta and Selma. What's her face?
Yeah,
You know the
okay,
one I'm talking about.
You talking about Saturday Night Fever?
No, no. Oh, they've caught us in the act of rehearsing the act, guys. Oh, hello, chat. How are you? Welcome. It's Rokk Show. It's a Tuesday. It's the fun and the frolics. And talking of frolics, which rhymes with a beautiful English word, which we won't go down that road, not just yet. Hang on, got to get this right. No. We've got Vet for the first time ever. You can see his face with the hat what matches the paint. Look at that. Huh?
I thought it was that's actually just a green screen. I'm not really sure the color anymore.
You know, the last time I saw a color like that, I think it was an ISIS torture room. Oh, jeez, mate.
I let Manny be in the room, and he said he was finger painting, and I walked in, and this is what happened.
Oh, mate, it's all right. It's all good.
He's going for Doom 2 aesthetic.
It is a kind of like that, isn't it? It's a beautiful. What's more important is we get to see your face this week. The thing of beauty, what it is. We're loving it.
It is.
And look, we've got a whole new guest. This guy, I've just got to point out this fella down here. So me and Ray, because recently we've become a famous beatnik combo. Doing country and western stuff on small stages, building up our repertoire. Anyway, we were at the Alien up at Nevada, just playing a couple of tunes. And this young fella was at the back door waiting. He pounced on us. And he's like, Rokk and Ray, I'm a massive fan. I've got your LP. The one. And can I come on to do the gig and stuff? And I said, what can I say, Vet? I said, all right then. So here he is, Kirk the gamer. Big round of applause. Fresh face. Doesn't know what he's up for yet. All sausage. Kirk, how are you, brother?
Maybe the last time.
Yeah.
Doing well. Excited to be here.
Are you? You don't look it.
Really?
Well, just
Rokk, this is just my face, Like, I mean,
oh, it's fair.
It doesn't get much better, Like, I'm kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, no, that's fair, mate. No, that's fair, and don't let anyone ever take it away from you either, brother. Faces are important things.
Would Rokk?
Would they? Well, we've got early into the wood section anyway. Raymond, how are you, brother?
Oh my!
It's never too early to get into the wood section.
So Vet says.
It is good to be here. Good to be here, man. And I did the Rokk Players with Kirk. Awesome dude. I'm glad he's here on the Rokk Show. And of course, my sport buddy up there, Vet. Awesome to be here. Awesome.
Got it. Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you. Vet, what have you been doing this week? Have you been playing with those young cozy folk?
I have. Well, I streamed. What did I stream? I did a new game, First Look, Monday, and Sunrise's Order, a demo that's available on Steam. And then I'm not really sure what else I'll be doing. I've got a stream Wednesday and then Friday, and then I've got another stream set for Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week, and then I'm on vacation again.
Oh,
one final
when you
vacation.
Say vacation. I mean, are you like literally going somewhere?
Yes, I'm actually going. I'm going out to the beach down in North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
I'll be about 20 minutes from like South Carolina border. So I'll be down there.
Oh, nice.
That's where I'm at,
Nice.
vet. Good old South Kakalaki.
There you go. Look at that. You could pop in and see Kirk. Have a nice cup of Earl Grey or something.
That's what. Yeah, that's what we do in South Carolina. Cheerio, nice cup of tea, eh?
Nothing wrong with a nice cup of tea.
No, it'd be. Hey, Ma, you making some of them grits in the morning so I can chow down on them? That's what's more like.
That is literally.
Vet knows.
That is Vet. That is Vet. He puts a posh voice on when he's streaming. When he's off, that's it.
I got to try to keep that southern accent toned down.
Rokk, I will say, like, being on here, like, it makes me semi-depressed that I don't have this deep, sultry voice to
what
talk
like
in.
What like me?
What like this good talk about?
He's suddenly turned into that kid on Family Guy.
Stewie, what the devil is going on?
Yeah, that one. Can you do Brian as well?
No, I don't think I can do Brian.
Oh, dag.
I mean, we're good with Stewie.
Stewie's good. Stewie's excellent.
Very glad to be here. It's a great.
That's an excellent Stewie. I've got to give it to him.
Stewie.
That's a very good. Can I do my Scooby Doo, Ray?
Yeah, you should do your Scooby Doo.
Ray. There we go. It's just like Nick.
Drink water before that.
It's like Nicktoons here, isn't it? It's all good. Oh,
like,
fantastic.
What's the deal, Scoop?
That's it. Shaggy. We got it going down. There's a whole new animation coming to the Rokk Show.
Can you imagine?
Oh wow, that's cool. Saying hello to a few folk, and just Ray reminded me just before we went live that this wonderful human being has a birthday today, young Crystal.
Woo-hoo.
Happy birthday! We need to do a magic twinkle.
Yes.
That's a lovely thing. Congratulations, Crystal. I hope Ryan's looking after you. He's made you breakfast and all the stuff what one does for someone's birthday. Having a fantastic
that's what you're supposed to do that for someone's birthday. Oh,
well, I never do, but that's by the
no
way.
wonder my wife's always mad at me on her birthday.
Exactly.
Now you should be concerned.
Ma, you putting the cake in the oven for the birthday?
Raymond, what have you been playing this past 7 days, my friend?
Man, I am so into the wrestling. I've been that's what I pretty much did this weekend is watch a lot of wrestling events, but I'm still playing AEW Fight Forever, WWE 2K23 just is releasing a pack I think later on today or tonight or maybe tomorrow morning, so I'm excited about that. What else have I been playing? I did play some Red Dead Redemption 2 with SPG and the boys, and Snap. I love Marvel Snaps. I've been playing some Snap.
I hear young Kirk is a dab hand at Snap.
Yeah.
Can you do that now? Have they done that now that you can play people of your own choice? Oh, awesome. Oh, well, there you go. This we have to see on a stream.
I only know Snap, Crackle, and Pop.
Yes,
yeah, me too.
Absolutely. Absolutely, I would get demolished by Ray on stream.
No.
100%.
And then, guys,
$70 Black Panther card.
No. I'm not spending. No, I'm not spending that much money on it, but because I got to save it up because I will be going to Hawaii in about a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited.
Wow.
Really excited.
Peace, Ray.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
thank you.
Is that right? $70 for a Black Panther card?
No.
No?
Are
there any cards
they
of that
offer
price?
these egregious. They offer these egregious bundles that'll come with a limited edition card and a bunch of currency that will then allow you to like progress the game a lot. For a phone game, Snap is like very good about letting you play free, but the art is so good. They've commissioned all these artists to make these amazing 3D art pieces on the cards.
The sound is amazing. The sound effects is amazing.
How much of the game is that? I mean, the artwork, the sound and stuff versus the actual game.
Like all of it. Like
no,
I mean, other than
in terms of what
actual...
pulls you in, is it how much of the that is important versus the game itself?
It's definitely a large part of the appeal. The card gameplay mechanics are actually, they're very fun and they're very approachable. There's also a lot of variety. So the deck is only that you're playing with 12 cards, which I understand to be a lot less than, say, like a Magic the Gathering or like other comparable card games. I think Hearthstone has a lot more cards in the deck. So it's very easy to pick up and play. But then also that being the case, I mean, I've got probably 150, maybe 200 cards. Same with Ray probably. So, I mean, 12 cards in the deck, there's obviously a lot of room for rotational variety there. I can play with completely different decks. And that's going to completely change like the type of games that I'm playing. It's not like poker or something where it's just the nature of it is similar every time. Like these cards literally are doing completely different things when you play them. They have various abilities and activations and stuff. So you could be doing completely different things to your opponent based on the deck that you're playing. So I think that's what makes it very appealing. And then the fact that it's like got dope comic book style art on all of the cards and it's 3D animated is like.
Sorry, I just had to wake up. I just had to wake Vet up. He fell asleep.
Oh, sorry.
2 minutes of cards. That's more than anybody can handle.
Sorry. Where am I?
Vet, come to, my friend. We're getting to the news. Actually, we do have some snap stuff later.
We got a lot of games.
Yeah, we have got a ton of news. Should we do it? I mean, look, I could tell you that I beat Hogwarts Legacy earlier and I've been playing, Cyberpunk, but nobody wants to know. So let's crack. You don't want to know, do you, Vet? You don't want to know that I've been monkeying about in Cyberpunk with infinite lives and one-hit kills and invincibility. That's my new thing.
I used to do that kind of gaming, with the assassins and the killings and stuff. I still do offline. And on
you're a reprieved killer.
When you get I got taken. They sent me away to a camp to fix me, and I got taken all that killing stuff out.
He came back. His entire world had turned to a mustard orangey yellow.
Hey, he just told me I can't suppress it, bottle it up, and just lock it away. Deal with it later on. It should work out well for you.
I just love the fact that it's the world's worst paint and you've got a hat to match.
Oh, well, I have another hat, but legally I'm not allowed to wear it on stream.
That's fair enough.
Ray knows what I'm talking about. I can wear it. It's only allowed on Anthony.
So we're meant to believe that you own all of 2 hats. And one is not fit for the stream, and the other one is that.
One is not fit for the internet at all. One would get me canceled, unless I'm on Anthony's streams.
That one's getting you canceled.
Is it red with the MAGA on it? Is that what it is?
No, it's a red hat, though. It just doesn't have that. It has I can't speak anymore.
Oh, where's the pony hat? Apparently, you have a pony hat.
Oh, is that what it is?
Little PS logo on it. Beautiful.
Oh, does he want the Sony pony hat? I can go get that one.
I got my Xbox.
I wanted the shirt around here too. Yeah, I did. I did see the chat. I did see JD ragging me and Miss Phoenix bickering about that. I wasn't. At least
Xbox green, puke green.
Yeah, well,
that's what I think of Xbox. So that's
it's like that Twitter meme. Is it gold or is it blue?
I got PlayStation games in the background. They're all PlayStation games.
He's got Hogwarts. Like he's celebrating.
I do have a PlayStation controller and sold all my Xbox stuff. So.
That's a beautiful. What kind of blue would you call that?
I would call it.
Oh, it's white.
It's PlayStation blue.
PlayStation Blue.
Is it white?
Is that blue or is that white? Or is it just the color of your lighting?
That's like
that's like don't fall for it.
I'm walking in.
Falling for it.
I know I do. Damn it. JD, where's my backup? Damn it.
No. Rock, if it was the lighting, then you'd see all the stains on that wall back there.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, you need a UV light for that. Don't you?
Hey, this is the best I could do to cover up all the blood.
No, mate, it's beautiful. Look at this, Ant's in the house, and he says,
see,
"What's going on, Rokk and
himself.
Crew?"
You
Also,
see, I
new
called his
guy.
name out.
Hey, listen, let him have his glory. Also, new guy. I'm a big fan. I thought you did great on Rokk Players. I feel we have similar thoughts. Yeah, but
I thought I did great on Rokk Players too.
If you don't know, Cowboy,
Yes,
he's actually doing a stretch in one of the American jails for mass kind of genocide of very small rodents. So I don't know whether you both have similar thoughts, but he looked forwards to seeing more of you. Apparently, he's a beautiful man, is our friend Cowboy, and a good judge of character, I may add.
Sorry, I couldn't take that. Oh, you were being serious. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was. Of course
I'm sorry. No, I love you, Anthony. You know that, buddy.
Absolutely. Right. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Well, look, you know what? We can't avoid it, guys. There's been a week, a further week. I feel we're getting close now, though, and we do have Kirk in the house, who is kind of he's a close follower of this stuff. But we won't. We will come to you last. So, as I see it, there have been, since we last chatted last Tuesday, there's been a few things. So the FTC put in an appeal, and they had that overturned. The Court of Appeal Tribunal in the UK, because of course CMA said, nah. And it went to appeal. Yeah. And the appeal guys have said to the CMA, come on, what can we do? And the CMA have said, can we just kick it back a bit? Can we kick it to the end of August and maybe we can have another chat and see if there's anything more you can do around cloud? And then yesterday, Sony announced they've shaken the hand deal over the 10-year program for Call of Duty. So there's kind of happening. Do you pay close attention to this whole Xbox, Microsoft, ABK thing?
No, because I catch bits and pieces of it, but it's dealing with U.S. government politics, and that part I just don't care about. There's so much crap going on with that I'll read bits and pieces, but honestly, I really don't care. The FTC just kind of overstretched their boundaries with this, but which is just more government reach, getting involved in things that they don't know what the heck they're doing. Which,
of course, the head of the FTC was up in front of the Senate having to defend herself
because she's an idiot, and that's because she's an idiot.
That's kind of what they said.
Hey, hold on now. I don't.
Kirk, come on, ride to her defense.
I don't get into the political stuff.
Oh, you don't get into it, but then you're gonna lob the idiot word around? That's interesting.
You're darn well. Rokk asked me. I had to answer a question.
You did.
But
I did ask him
to avoid politics because my political views aren't those of most people.
No, he's kind of left of Greenland.
Lena Khan is not an idiot.
Hey, JD, I fought for the. I was owned by the government, so I have a right to say what I want.
No, it's true. Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah. We'll come back to you, Kirk, because I know you've got a load to talk about on this topic. But I want to just bring my good friend Ray in because he always has a mic drop moment, and I reckon he's got one brewing.
He's not asleep and going to fall and hurt himself again.
No. That's how he works.
Really? You want to go there, man?
I'm sorry.
Come on,
hey,
man.
You guys are making fun of the doo-doo walls. I got to find something to joke about.
Rokk and Kirk. I didn't say nothing about your golden.
No, Ray didn't say anything.
All right?
That's a spicy brown. Right? That color I was told was spicy brown.
No, he said spicy doo-doo brown is what he said. But I'm so glad that this is almost at an end. The FTC tried to do an appeal, and they said, "Look, dude, if you can't come up with something now, what are you going to come up with later? You know what? We're done. Sony said that they wasn't going to, they wanted to block it. They signed the deal. I think this deal is going to go through. I wouldn't be, after this show, you might hear something, or maybe tomorrow you might hear something, but deal's going through. By next month, you're going to start seeing Activision stuff on Game Pass, and that's where I'm at on it. That's where I'm at.
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Kirk, my good friend, fill in the blanks for us.
So on what in particular? The last
anything
I heard
you want
about,
to, you can do
the
a
last
dot
I
to
heard
dot
about
if it
this
helps.
is that the CMA is sort of rolling back their staunch opposition to the deal, which I'm sure your friends in the UK are going to be the most familiar with, more so than I am. But they've basically seen kind of where everything lies. After the dust has settled, the FTC didn't do so great in their hearing, nor did they in their appeal of the TRO, temporary restraining order. So the CMA is sort of looking at this like, it's almost like it's been reported almost that they kind of want to get out of this if they can at all. So I think it's sort of about saving face for them at this point.
Yeah.
It remains to be seen whether or not they're going to find a way to completely just approve the deal, or the alternative, which has been the most talked about thing as a possible occurrence, is that they will they will pressure Xbox, who supposedly is very willing to do this, to essentially license out or sell or contract out the rights to their cloud service, xCloud, to some sort of UK based company strictly for the services being offered in the UK. And then because of that, they will have navigated, or they'll have mitigated the one large obstacle that the CMA has to the deal, which is that it gives Microsoft too much of a monopoly on the current cloud market, I guess, in the wake of Stadia's absence. So them delegating that to another party and basically only just making money off of it, not really having control, would be a way for them to sort of do what they want to do and still get the deal across. And then it looks like a win for the CMA, because they came out and said, hey, this is our assessment. You're going to have too much control in the cloud space. And then they kind of get to wave this around and say, oh, well, we made them sort of back off, delegate this to somebody else. So in a way, we're doing our job, and that's a win for us. That seems like it's the most likely outcome. And because all that stuff is in the works and they're currently negotiating or working things out with the CMA, they're expected, Microsoft that is, they're expected to extend that deadline that was today, the 18th, with Activision, either through some sort of a formal agreement or some type of gentleman's agreement, whereby they won't have to pay that $3 million penalty for not closing the deal today, because Activision would, I think, rather Microsoft just get full approval across the board than them go ahead and close this deal today, and then the CMA or whatever other authority is still fighting the deal. So I think they're going to extend that deal today, has been the large amount of reporting, is that they are going to extend it. And then from there, they're going to negotiate the terms of that deal between themselves, Activision and Microsoft. They're going to renegotiate those terms to where they're favorable to all the regulators, i.e., delegating out cloud where they need to, etc. And at that point, they should be able to close the deal sometime in August, I would think.
How would they separate xCloud, given that it's intrinsically, it's the Xbox Game Pass games? How are they going to separate that out to somebody in the UK? Other than what they've already agreed to do with GeForce Now and Boosteroid and Nintendo.
Just shut it down.
Well, no, they can't. No, my point is the deal that they have with GeForce Now, with Boosteroid, with Nintendo, and the other outfit I've forgotten. Is it Utomic? Which is essentially to allow them to carry Game Pass PC cloud games. Well, that's the deal, a 10-year deal. So they've already agreed to do that. So I'm not sure how offloading the rest of xCloud.
Well, they've got their console catalog as well, which there's some overlap there, but their console catalog is larger. And like I have the Game Pass app on my Android phone.
Yes.
So I would assume that basically anybody that uses the cloud services on an Android phone, or basically anything that isn't just a native Xbox, like the literal box, the console, I would assume that interactivity, those users in the UK that would be interacting with whoever this third party is, and they would be utilizing some service controlled by them, so that Xbox doesn't have control over all aspects of that.
Yeah, although the reason that GeForce Now and all the other guys are getting the PC games is because they run Windows platforms, so it's much easier for them to port those games over. So it'd have to be a completely new technical infrastructure for them to be able. I mean, they would literally have to get Xbox cards or blades and pile hundreds of thousands of those into servers around Britain or the world, wherever this deal would have to happen. I can't see anybody wanting to invest for probably something like 50 cents on the Game Pass.
I'm going to imagine that it's not like you and I would think that it would have something to do with like actual capital changing hands.
Yeah.
I think with these type of divestitures, I mean, we're going to see like shares in an LLC or something get transferred from one to another. I think it's more of a business type of thing.
Right.
And then it's like who has control. Oh, Xbox is actually, sort of like the master landlord of all this stuff, but they don't have hands-on control. It would be like somebody like recusing themselves from like some sort of lawsuit or some sort of like business agreement or something if they had some sort of conflict of interest. I think that's the type of thing that we're looking at. But basically, Xbox is meant to sequester themselves. It was like when Trump got into office, he was supposedly, I don't know if he actually did it, but he was supposedly supposed to sort of take himself out of a lot of his business enterprises and like delegate those to somebody else to run.
He didn't,
because it would be it would be a conflict of interest if he continued to run those businesses and also be seated at one of the prominent
I mean, let's be real. So the new administration should have done the same thing then too. So
we'll just leave Vet in his pooey room there talking politics. So if we look over on the screen here as an example, so this is EE. EE is one of, if not the largest mobile network in the UK, and they've just signed a deal with GeForce Now to be the backbone behind their own cloud offering to their customer base. Could you see, for example, EE? Now, EE as well offers a Game Pass Ultimate subscription with every purchase of network services. So technically, they're in the right space with the right friends to be, and they're big, multi-billion funded outfit. So technically, that could be something these guys could be brought in to provide. Do you think, Kirk?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a potential. I would imagine that it's going to utilize a lot of whatever infrastructure Xbox is currently utilizing. And like I don't know enough about the technological aspect. Somebody in chat might be able to speak to that, but I mean currently the way I understand that it works is just like Nvidia does for Xbox, where they're basically sending it to either a high-end PC or a Xbox Series X with full capabilities, and you're getting the stream broadcasted back to your mobile device or whatever you're playing on. So like they have servers for that somewhere in a warehouse, and I'm gonna bet they don't have ones specifically in the UK. I mean, they might, but I assume they're in
they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they have points.
So somebody's going to take control of that. Yeah,
they have to, because the latency would be dire if it was coming across from the States. So they have to at least have one in Paris, for example, at the very, very furthest distance. But there's almost certainly, and I mean, don't forget Microsoft as well, through the Azure services, has the infrastructure anyway. They probably almost certainly roll it out themselves, but they would be able to lease that to someone like EE. So there would be a deal wherein they would pay to lease that the capital kit, the actual hardware, the licensing of the software, and then there would be some kind of a shared revenue split, as you've said, as sort of a 70-30 split or something, probably, to appease the regulators. Is that the kind of thing that you're thinking may go down?
I think so. Yeah. To the best that I understand it. Again, I'm not in any way an expert on divestiture. I would have been able to speak more to the actual court proceedings. But yes, I do work in for a regulator, much like the FTC, but in a different industry. So yes, oftentimes there will be conflicts, or there will be like a person that had, he owns this company over here, and he owns this company, and he owns this company, and due to some sort of law or regulation, he's not allowed to have his hand in that many cookie jars, so to speak. And in that instance, he would have to sign some sort of dissolution statement or something, file that with the business bureaucratic organization in the locality. So they're gonna have to do that sort of thing. They're gonna have to basically file official documents with the government that say, hey, we're stepping out of this. We're literally just an investor benefactor that plans to recoup on investment. As far as the capital and the actual like ownership rights for all of this stuff, we're delegating all of that away to somebody in the UK to handle in the UK. And that'll be specific to the UK, unless other people unless other regulatory agencies for other countries jump on that and say, well, you did that with the CMA, so why don't you do that here? I can also see that happening. That might be why Microsoft doesn't want to close the deal. Maybe they don't want to get too far ahead, and then everybody starts asking for concessions. They're like, well, we already closed the deal with Activision. This is going to be a much more of a headache. Sounds like they want to kind of get everything set and then sign it on the dotted line. Kirk works for the man, Rudig says. Hey, that's true. And the man gives me good health insurance. So I'm okay with that. For America, Rokk over there's got good health insurance regardless.
No, we used to, my friend.
That's right. Take back control.
Yeah. 7 years now to go in and have a tooth extracted.
Oh no!
Don't feel bad. No. I've got good insurance too. So
yeah. You see, Vet used to work for the man, and now he's exclusively living on his health insurance. So
hey, look, it's not my fault.
I know. No, don't knock it. Don't knock it. Yeah, no, this all sounds very good. So they've got until the 29th of August now. So it's been pushed back to the 29th of August. With the CMA and the CAT, the Appeals Tribunal guys. I would be amazed if they don't find some nugget of mutuality to push this thing through. And that brings us back, Ray, to what you said. But I think realistically, on that basis, we're not likely to see this actually moving forward until September, given the whole August date.
I don't know, because I remember on the Rokk Players we were talking about the appeal, and there was no appeal because the court said, you know what, screw you, denied, because you guys, I mean, if you guys can't come up with something now, what the hell are you going to come up with later? And so I think that's why they got denied. And that, I mean, we thought when the appeal was going to take place, we thought that was going to push it back. We don't really know. I mean, anything can get filed. Anybody can make a deal. Like I said, there's backroom door deals going on. There's people probably talking on the phone as we speak. I mean, you've got all the freaking countries agreeing except for one, really. And so,
well, the appeal in the U.S. is ongoing, Ray. To be clear, that's going to the appellate court for them to review Judge Corley's decision. Do I think that they're going to reverse it? No,
exactly. Yeah.
But that is, I mean, that could take, I mean, to Rokk's point, that could take, the whole of August for them to review that. And little wrinkle here, they could send it back if they find any sort of flaw with the judge's ruling. For instance, that they say, your ruling was based on the fact that they didn't prove with a preponderance of the evidence that they were going to substantially lessen competition. Microsoft was by doing this merger. All that needed to be proven for the injunction, the standard you should have reviewed it with, is if it was likely to lessen competition. That's a thing I've seen being thrown around by some legal experts. So the court could say something like that and say that was the evaluation criteria that you should have used, Judge Corley. We're not going to overwrite your decision and unilaterally make a decision of our own. We're going to tell you that that's the evaluation criteria that you should be using, and we're going to give it back to you to do it again. Now, I don't know what if there would be arguments at that point, or I certainly know that they wouldn't drag all those Xbox executives back into court again. But the attorneys may have an opportunity to get up before Judge Corley again and say their piece. So we'd have to go through all that again if that's what ends up happening. Do I think that's what's going to happen? No, I think the consensus opinion is that the court is going to uphold Judge Corley's ruling, and then even at that point, it's still got to go to an FTC hearing in the nation's capital in Washington D.C. And who knows how long that's going to take? I don't know.
I don't know, man. But I think you're just dealing with people that are just not gamers, and I think they ought to be just honest. They really just don't give. What is a Call of Duty? What is that? What is that? What is?
Well, if they live,
why are
if
you
they
wasting
live in
my time with gaming? What the
Vets
hell?
got the Call of Duty going on there.
I mean,
Rokk is not letting that go, man. He's fixated on that wall.
Do you ever when you see the tech guys and they do the hearings? These old dudes don't know what the hell is going on.
What do you
man.
expect? They're fucking 80-year. What do you expect? They're 80-year-old politicians.
They just
video games weren't a thing when they were young.
Wait a minute, hold on. Can this give me votes if I say yes? Will I get Xbox voters to vote for me? Yeah, pass it. I don't know, man. I
can watch TikTok videos on my refrigerator. Yes or no?
I don't know. I think this.
You can't watch TikTok videos in Texas.
With Sony signing the contract, I think they know something's happening. I don't know. We'll see.
I think you're right, and I think what we're going to see and what is already happening is basically what happens in this is there's such a movement of momentum that nobody wants to get in the way. So once the ball starts to roll, and they've signed here, and Sony signed there, and all these countries sign over here, and the CMA says, yeah, let's go for it. No one's going to jump in way of that train. They're just going to get out of the way and let it happen. It's just how it kind of works in these situations. I think it's going to happen. Why would they be saying, Kirk, that the ABK and Microsoft could be signing it in the next few days if there are all of these hurdles yet to jump? Can they sign it and still have it revoked? Does it have to go off? Is it signed but still has to get ratified?
Oh yeah, you're saying close the deal.
So
the closing the deal, that's more for the purposes of the two business entities. So if Microsoft did not close the deal with, let me back up. So Microsoft goes to court in the U.S., right? And they're facing this preliminary injunction potentially where Judge Corley could just block the deal for the whole amount of time that the FTC case in Washington, D.C. is going on. That's what they were arguing about, whether or not the judge was going to block that deal. The FTC wanted her to. Microsoft said when they showed up in their opening statement to the judge, they said, not that it necessarily matters to her and her decision, but they said, hey, the deal is on the line here today. Your decision is going to dictate whether we go through with this or if we do not. If you block this deal, even though there would be a court proceeding to follow, if you block the deal with a preliminary injunction for the duration of the court proceeding, we'll just back out of the deal. We'll take a $3 billion hit. I think it's billion. I'm not sure. We'll take a $3 billion, it might be $1 million hit because the purchase is $70 billion. I think it's $3 billion. We'll take that hit. We'll back out because it's not worth it to us to go through all the rigmarole. So they had not closed because they wanted that option available to them. I mean, I guess they figured they'd save money or whatever it is. I don't really understand that side of it, but it would have been easier from their point of view for them had they been outright blocked in the U.S. to just pull out of the deal entirely. So they were sort of biding their time trying to see if they could win this aspect of the case, and they did win it. So now the July 18th deadline, that is something that's built into the contract between Activision and Xbox, which is it's basically a, loyalty type of thing of Activision. Activision wants to know they're committed. So they draw up a preliminary agreement with the intention of finalizing it by a specific date. And if Microsoft did not finalize it by that date, Activision could say, hey, you guys are just stringing us along, basically. We're pulling out of this. We're gonna shop around elsewhere. We're gonna continue being independent, whatever it is. So the July 18th date is more of a constraint on the two parties there to that purchase, Microsoft and Activision. So that's why the two of them can sort of go into a back room and say, hey, is it, Microsoft can say, hey, in good faith, we're trying to mitigate, get rid of all the regulatory obstacles to make this a reality. Will you give us time to do that before we finalize the deal? And Activision is likely to say, yeah, we can see that you're very intent on closing this deal with us. We're going to allow you some extra time to do that. That July 18th deadline, at least as far as I understand it, is not being enforced by any sort of regulatory agency or any sort of law.
This is just a mutual thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Good. I'll tell you what, I'm walking a mile away from that now. I've got to wake my big friend.
It's not the most interesting topic, yeah.
Well, we're going to kind of cover it. I know people are bored with it and they kind of want to move on, but stuff happened this week, and it's probably all going to go very quiet now for a few weeks anyway. As we've said, by the end of August, we'll start to see stuff cooking, I think, and a fairly good idea where it's all going to go. Any Road Up, codename Jade Vet. Do you remember this was the Assassin's Creed for mobile that was announced a little while back now? There was a whole slew of Ubisoft games forecast for from now up until kind of early next year.
Yeah.
And codename Jade was this new kind of Chinese mobile, and it turns out from now until I think 27th of July, you can actually sign up for the beta, to close beta. So it's not a publicly accessible one. You do need to register, but I don't think you have to purchase anything, because I don't think there's anything to purchase. Of course, it's not like a normal game where you might be able to go and pre-order on a PlayStation Store or Steam or what have you. It's a mobile game, so it'll come out when it comes out, and I don't even know if you have to buy it. I don't know. It might be free with
I'm not sure
in-play purchases.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. I haven't heard much on it. I just know this is like the second mobile game that they're working on, because they've got this and one other AAA mobile game.
Yes, that's right.
Do they have another mobile game?
They do. I forget what it's called though. Is
that the Hex one?
No, that's going to be a full-on desktop console job. This is the Jade is the Chinese one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bjorn knows these things. Good on you, Bjorn.
The Division Resurgent.
Right.
Their other AAA mobile game.
Oh, I thought you were saying another Assassin's Creed mobile game. I got you.
No, I was just saying in general they've got two AAA mobile games that they're working on.
Isn't Resurgence already out? It's not.
No,
not for mobile. I don't think.
No, comes out. I think September.
They must have just done closed tests for that already.
Yeah, they were doing some closed testing, so there were select people that were allowed to stream the game, I think.
What I've heard about that game is that it's based. They've just taken the Division and made it compatible for mobile.
I mean, if anybody wanted to check out some gameplay footage, they could just go to my Vet Gaming Ubisoft channel.
Hey, shameless plug. Let's go.
Yeah, well, you see, they were happy for him to be an ambassador. I got refused. You see how
just threw that in there just ever so carelessly.
I'm interested. I'll give this a try. I like to play this on my phone.
Bjorn says they've also got another mobile AAA game in development with Netflix, which I'd forgotten about. They are doing an exclusive.
Oh yeah, I forgot Netflix does games.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah.
They've got an anime coming to Netflix this year as well. Called,
I don't understand anime. It's above my pay grade.
What is that called? It's like Captain Laser Funk or something like that. I'm not sure.
Laser Funk.
A blood dragon remix.
It sounds
it's
like
not laser. It might as well be Laser Funk. I don't know what it is. It's very like cyberpunky.
Wow.
Captain, I don't remember what it's called. Somebody in chat might be able to look it up.
Captain Laser Pants. That's the fella. So anyway, there you go, Jade. So sign up if you fancy. I don't know how that works. Actually, I suppose it's just a limited version.
I'm just excited for Codename Red, which is the Japanese like Ghost of Tsushima style one that people wanted for only a decade now.
I mean, I'm just excited for more games. To be real,
Laser Raptors.
Sorry, Vet. You're just excited for what, my friend? Sorry,
just games.
More games. Games.
I just want games, and then I got sidetracked because I saw something about lasers on.
Laser Raptors. What?
It was raptors. I thought it was sharks with freaking laser beams.
Have you been playing Exo Primal? Because that came out
I
this
have
week.
not yet. I need to.
I was gonna give it a try today. I was gonna play it a little bit.
But you played the beta, didn't you, Ray? Back in the day when it came out. Did you not play that beta? Or beta?
No, I played a dinosaur game back in the day. It was called Turok,
No.
but I don't think
that Dino Crisis.
Yeah, I played that one too.
Sorry,
guys,
Kirk,
I'm
you were
not
gonna
gonna
say.
lie. That game, look, I'm willing to have my mind changed, but I've seen that game shown on show floors or whatever in presentation showcases about 3 times now. They're
Exo
really
Primal?
pumping that game. Yeah,
it's crap.
it looks like some hot garbage.
I've played it.
Terrible.
Yeah. I played
There's
the
no
beta
way that
and I've
game is good.
played it since it launched, and it's not good.
You know what
I mean, this is
compare it to?
Capcom using the RE engine, and it just feels like 15 years ago. Yeah.
Do you over in the UK? Do you have times where like a film is going to come out in the theater and you like literally you cannot go 2 feet online or on television or anywhere without seeing an ad for it? Because that happens in the US, and when that happens with a film, I'm like, this film is going to be terrible.
If they're spending that much pumping out the marketing,
like I've seen 2 ads for Oppenheimer, and that's it. And it's like, oh, this is going to be like Oscar worthy.
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer. That's right.
Yeah, no, this is it.
You see the
are we talking about? What are we talking about?
You see the tweets going around that say,
I have the memes. There's
Animal
T-shirts and there's trailers. And
I always tell people, you know what? Sometimes people, you might like it, they might not like it. You got to try it out. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna see for myself. I'm gonna. I think there's a tutorial you got to do first. Before you can play with people, so I'll go and I'll give it a try.
And to be fair, Ray, I think you do have to go well beyond that. I've only done the tutorial in the first freeform level.
What do you think, Rokk? Do you like it?
I think it's well. I mean, firstly, full disclosure, Ray. I'm not a multiplayer fan. I like games like Hogwarts where I can explore an open world and I can find out secrets and stuff. And there's maybe some little bit. That's my one thing I don't like about Hogwarts, by the way, is it plays to the old English class system, and my thoughts.
Dorgan's calling you out, Rokk. He's saying,
but Redfall does fall into my kind of game because it's a open world, explore it and learn stuff. Whereas Exo Primal is here's a bunch of dinosaurs, here's a bunch of people in suits like Anthem, kill them. And then do it again. And I don't like
what's wrong with that? I love killing stuff.
I know most people do. It's just me.
Would you say it's that Arcane?
I have a problem.
Would you say it's that Arcane studio?
It's okay. The first step is admitting
it. Yeah, it's like that.
Rokk?
Yeah, it is. And it's just look, it's an arcade shoot 'em up that involves dinosaurs and your friends.
I just want to point out that Jim pronounces it correctly there.
What? Oh, Wingardium Leviosa.
No, I think he means
darn it.
Oh, Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh no, now we got a battle.
Oh yeah, now Bjorn's saying no, it's Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What did he just start?
Oh man.
We brought up the Harry Potter fans.
We don't want any of that. So anyway, that's the Jade Beta that you can sign up for. And I've got some more Xbox news for. It's Xbox Day today. I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's what's going on.
You're gonna have the PlayStation guys pissed off with us, man.
I know, but it's.
Wait, I think that's why JD left.
I did ask Vet before we went live, what do we got on the PlayStation news? And all he had was games coming. I said, no, we don't want to do games coming. That's not what we do.
I mean,
got some remakes coming.
No, we don't want games. We're just with the gaming industry here.
I mean,
predominantly
probably going to buy Disney some stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'd like to see some of the background.
Apple's going to buy some stuff from Disney, if not all of it. Yeah. I mean, and then Disney's going to go off and
Gollum. Yeah,
well, Gollum. If it had a gun, I would have played it then.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Have you guys seen Squirrel with a gun?
I've seen I've seen Vet with a Gun.
Is a platform indie game that's coming out sometime this year.
Vet with a Gun is
and it's
really
literally
fun.
a squirrel running around with a gun, and you like shoot the gun to like go up further in the air. So you're like squirrel, and you're like shooting the gun to like go over gaps and stuff. It looks wild.
Dude. Have you seen Dave the Diver?
Yes. Looks very interesting.
I knew Dave.
You know Dave, mate?
What is he on about today? Like what? He's got the puke walls.
Listen, Kirk,
I know
at
Dave.
This point, I'm just pleased he highlighted the Dave part and not the diver bit, because that could have gone south very quickly. So I'm happy with that. Let's just leave him there to say he knows Dave. It's the easiest, safest route.
He's been diving in something with the color of those walls there.
Don't do it, mate. Don't go there. I've already been told. Ray's already told me off. So Microsoft, this is a bit odd actually. So Xbox Gold, which is kicking around forever and a day, as we all know, and it was kind of a baby version, entry-level version of your kind of Game Pass for console. So Microsoft are renaming it Game Pass Core. Okay, but here's the weird thing, Ray. It's $9.99 a month. They're taking away the kind of, you used to get a little bit like Luna, you get a few games a month and you play them and add them to your library. They're getting rid of that. They're giving you 25 games straight. That's it. They're actually pretty good games. But, and here's the thing, they're letting you have multiplayer, which is brilliant, except the next tier up, the more expensive traditional basic Game Pass, doesn't have multiplayer. What's that all about?
Because they want you on the tier all the way at the end. They don't want you on those three.
I think you're
They want you on the ultimate tier.
The messaging around this has been absolutely terrible. I will say that. Like, even as an Xbox fan, as somebody that went out and bought a Series X first before a PS5 because I really liked what they were offering for this generation a lot better than what PlayStation was. The messaging around this is abysmal. I would say that it's still unclear whether or not people are going to get any free games anymore. It definitely looks like 95% no. There's not any sort of to Rudix's point, they're not taking away your ability to build a digital library, because all of the Xbox 360 games that you've ever had on Games with Gold that you've ever redeemed, they're just giving those to you outright. Which is a lot of value. Again, terrible messaging. They're not marketing this or messaging
even if you're a new
all.
subscriber to this, or is that if you've already collected them in the past?
If you've already redeemed them. But the thing with like Games
so if you're a new
before,
subscriber, you don't get that. You just get the 25 new ones.
And the ones that they add, they're going to add about
in the future.
Seems like 5 to 6, every year, maybe more, something like that. And they're supposedly are not going to be taking the original 25 off. I'm not sure how that's going to work.
So you're getting a library, but it's a heck of a lot slower. You're getting 25 to kick off with, which is 2 a month. Let's call it 2 a month.
Right. They're giving you the first year up front almost.
Right. 2 games a month. And then after that, they're giving you another half a dozen, which probably lasts you 6 months. And then another. So you're getting kind of 1 or 2 a month as well, which is actually very close to the original Stadia premise. Which was you could buy games if you want to, go ahead and do that, but we'll give you a couple of primary games every month with your subscription.
So your lot should be all over that then.
Well, I'm kind of thinking it's very similar to that, isn't it? And actually, these are not bad games. Look at this: Among Us, Descenders, Dishonored 2, Doom Eternal. You got
way better than the quality of the Games with Gold. Way better games that you're getting in this collection. Yeah.
So on that basis, I mean, as long as you don't take all year to play them, don't say I only want to play one of these and then be bored. But you're still getting multiplayer. So in truth, if you're just keen on playing Fortnite, Call of Duty, which you already own, Halo, which you already own, and you're quite happy to get a few games and you're not fussed about Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, this is the tier for you. Or bar $1.
I think they would have done better to eliminate the console tier entirely, or make it something like, I don't know, I guess the $6.99.
See, I think Vet's right, because what you basically have is if you go with Ultimate, you get console and PC, don't you? You get console and PC, plus you get xCloud, so you get your cloud as well. And then you sort of look at it and go, well, I mean, do you guys know? Do you get multiplayer if you just have the PC? Doesn't say it here.
No, I don't think. Well, you don't need multiplayer on PC. PC has built-in multiplayer. You don't need gold.
Right.
So you wouldn't get it. No.
Okay. So you're right. Console is almost like forget core, and now you've got console, and you're getting all those Game Pass games anyway, and it's an extra $1. Who wouldn't have said, yeah, okay, fine, fair enough?
Well, you don't get the multiplayer. You don't.
No,
get
I mean, including
exactly.
Multiplayer.
That's what my point is that they just want you to go with the ultimate.
Yeah.
Why they separated the two is beyond me.
No, the
an
console
advertising ploy to get you to just sign up for the ultimate.
Yeah, the console should be $6.99. Like there should just be no. The ultimate is not a discount. Like the console being $1 more is what's really, really confusing people. What the console is quite literally, I have Game Pass at home. Like I have a family or whatever. I want to get Game Pass so that my kids can basically use this service like Netflix and play games at home. They don't need to be going online, playing with other people, playing multiplayer games, etc. I want them to be able to play these cute little indies or whatever.
Okay. You lost me for a moment with kids playing games on an Xbox, not wanting to have multiplayer. I was like, Ray, did you hear that, Ray?
Yeah.
Can I just check something? If you've got core at $9.99, do you have to pay $10.99 to have console, or is it just an extra $1 and you get core with console?
No, the first one. But what you would do is you would get ultimate for $17.
Well, yeah, you're not going to be paying $20.
What is the point of having a core and a console then?
It's dumb. Like I'm saying, consoles should
Makes
just
no
be the same upcharge as for ultimate. Like it should just be $6.99.
It probably shouldn't just. It should just not be a thing.
Hey, shout out to my boy Chrono. What's going
on?
I think that's more what it should be.
And that's what Kirk is saying. It has no basis in reality. Why is it there? It is just confusing marketing. It's like the ball in the cups. You don't know what you're going to buy. It just ain't making
because at the end
sense.
of the day, what do they want? They want your $17. So why did they need to make it? Yeah. It's the deception of value, right? Like, what you would be paying is $21 between the $9.99 for core and the $10.99 for console. Oh, you can pay $17 a month and save money. No, just make it $10 and $7, and then if I buy them together, it's $17. Like that, just make it like that, and then people would understand what it is that they're paying for. This makes it look scummy. Like I don't think that it's necessarily terrible for them to charge $10 for the online service, which by the way is $5 a month if you subscribe for a full year. So that is not
that's a monthly price. Okay.
Right. And then the upcharge of the $7 for Game Pass. That's a good value. So for them to shroud it in this, well, it's actually more money, even though we don't want anybody to pay that much. It's putting people off instead of drawing them into the discount.
I wonder, Kirk, whether this next news item, which is connected, by the way, I wonder if this gives us a snippet, a reason why this might be the case. So essentially, the CFO of Xbox, Tim Stewart, I'm going to try and zoom in here so you guys can see this better. So the CFO, Chief Financial Officer of Xbox, Tim Stewart, in his testimony to the FTC, there's a little nugget here that people just only spotted it. And he says that Microsoft forecasted 10 million sales on PlayStation for Starfield and Indiana Jones, which, by the way, I wasn't aware was a thing. So presumably that's coming at some point, before taking them exclusive. So before they decided to go exclusive, they were forecasting sales of 10 million units of Starfield and Indiana Jones. And then they decided, you know what? We can increase the price. We can muck about with the price of Game Pass and cover the losses and retain this as an exclusive deal. And there's a lot of alarm bells in that thinking, isn't there? What do you guys think?
Alarm bells in regard to what, Rob?
Well, in the sense that the whole premise of allowing the merger with ABK on the basis that they can do these kind of deals and cut out competition, for example. That would be one alarm bell. The second, that in doing that, they're actually harming their own customer base because they're looking to recoup the profits by increasing the price of the subscription service. Because what they're saying is we didn't actually need to do that. If we hadn't have made it exclusive, we would have had an extra 10 million sales, which would have subsidized the subscription. We wouldn't have needed to increase the price. But we're making a tactical decision, not a decision based on revenue, a tactical decision to make it exclusive, potentially to harm our competition, and we're going to make our customers pay by whacking an extra $1 and monkeying about with Xbox Gold.
I don't see how I'm meant to pay when I can play Starfield day one for $11, Rokk. I mean that's just
what they're saying.
Just value.
They're saying that we're going to make an exclusive for Game Pass, and we're going to pay that, and we're not going to allow it to go to PlayStation, at least not yet.
Right.
And we're going to the 10 million units that we would have sold, we're going to recoup that by putting an extra $1 on Game Pass.
No, I understand that, but you're saying that it hurts consumers, whereas Ray and I, we have Xboxes, and if let's say neither of us has Game Pass or Gold right now, we can go.
Then you don't get it as part of Game Pass. You've got to buy the game.
No, I've got to subscribe to Game Pass for $11, and then I've got a $70 game day one.
Yeah, but before they had it out there, you could pay not $1 less. That's fine if you just come into the thing and you've budgeted for that extra $1, but they didn't need to charge an extra $1. All they needed to
I think the $1 more is so that they can put it on the platform. I think the $1 more is so they can put Starfield on Game Pass and let me play it for $11. I don't think
you see the point I'm trying to make here. No, Ray, don't see it.
Yeah.
Game Pass has already increased £3 over here, says Dorrigan. That makes it unaffordable to me. Yeah, I think you guys had a price increase recently as well, though, haven't you?
No, we didn't. They increased.
Oh, no, of course they kept the price the same in the US, didn't they?
Exactly. So that's why
I forgot that.
So that
it harms us, not you.
It harms you. So
yes.
I wanted to jump in.
Right?
They did.
They did. So once again, I have Ultimate, and Ultimate just works for me, man. It works for my son. My son's on the console. I'm on the PC. It's a win-win. I can download games. I can play these games day one. He can do the same on the console. It works. It just, and I got EA. I used to go to GameStop and pay $70, $60, sometimes the special editions, $100 for these games. When I even on Stadia, I was paying $60 and playing for special editions. Game Pass have saved me so much money. Have there been awful games? Yes, but there's also been some really good games too.
One or two.
But the thing about it is,
that's rough.
But I'm saving. I swear, I used to and not just me, but my son. You know, I used to buy his game and buy my game, buy his game, and stuff. But it works for my family. So,
I'd forgotten, and thank you, Dorrigan. He's right. I'd forgotten that, Ray. Sorry. That was why I think Kirk and I were getting confused. It hasn't gone up in the States. What they've done is they've increased the price everywhere, but but not by the same.
Here now. Oh, okay.
Not by the same amount.
Not like how the UK.
They've put it up significantly in most parts of the world.
What I'm trying to say is, you're looking at it as the price increase is because it's not on PlayStation.
Well, no, that's what this guy said.
I'm saying that it not being on PlayStation and it being on Game Pass are not mutually exclusive. I think that they either would just sell it outright as a $70 game on PlayStation and Xbox, or they take it off PlayStation, which makes the fact that it is on the Game Pass subscription alluring. If it's on PlayStation, I don't know that they're incentivized to put it on Game Pass. They would just sell it as a full price game. So to me, the increase is so that they can bring me a high profile game of the generation contending title on this subscription that I only have to pay. I'm not actually paying $17 a month because I re-upped early. But I don't see it as just because of the PlayStation.
Actually, do you know, Kirk, it's interesting because reading this anyway, just while you were talking there, what he actually said, which is it's a different take on the one that I was putting out there. What he was saying was that actually having exclusives increases Game Pass and console sales. So that's how they recoup the cost, not by increasing the price, although they have, in fairness, they have increased the price of the consoles, which I've never seen happen before. And they're obviously increasing the price of Game Pass. But no, the point he was making was that the increase in interest for the hardware and the subscription service more than makes up for the extra costs. And of course, that's why they can afford to buy ABK, because they're banking on the fact that more people will play with their kit than if they didn't own it. So that makes sense. Good. I'm glad I sorted that out with myself.
Yeah. I mean, Diablo.
Don't need anyone's input.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And with Diablo did not come to Game Pass, so I bought it for my PS5. Certain games that are not on Game Pass, I've been buying it for my PlayStation 5. Yeah. So
that's true. Do you know I canceled my game rental account, Ray? I canceled it.
What? Why?
I did because I've got too many games to play.
Hey, that's
but it's good because with Boomerang you can take like a holiday and you can take it as long as you like. So I've just said, pause it until December.
I think Ray's with me on just the fact that it's hard to argue that you have to pay too much for a service where even if you pay for it for 3 months, you still haven't paid the price that you would have had to pay for the game that you're playing. I mean, the value is just inherent to the service. So yes, do we like price increases? No, I want them to give me the game for free. I want to never pay for anything ever. But this is a company that's making a product. It has a lot of value to it. They're going to sell it. They're going to make money. So I don't know that it's wrong for them to charge me money for a thing that is less than the alternative way for me to pay for it.
Yeah. In good news, hey Vet, this is one for you, my friend.
Yeah.
The Ant Stream. Have you played Ant Stream? The retro gaming service?
Yes. It's been a while, but yes, I have.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be available to play on your Xbox. How cool is that?
Would be super cool if I had an Xbox, but I
do you not have an? Oh, mate. What about would you buy one? Would it be significantly? Would that make?
I'd have to weigh: is a divorce worth buying an Xbox? Probably not.
Rokk, this is literally the progression you just went to. You're like, oh, you've not got one, mate. Oh, could you buy one?
I don't sound like a frickin' Victorian chimney sweep. I take great offense at that.
Immediately goes from, you don't have one. Could you buy one?
If you'd have gone,
that's fair.
As the lions progress the savannah,
I mean,
I would have gone with you, right? I'd have been. I have a PlayStation. Would you want to buy an Xbox? Oh, blimey, governor!
If I sounded like that, I apologize. That's awful. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I got a PlayStation 5. I don't have the others, so I probably will not utilize that unless I can.
An Oculus, man. Don't get it. He's got an Oculus.
He gets given hardware. Hardware.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
And the thing is this: you don't
any stories that I've ever.
You don't need to own an Xbox to play Xbox stuff. You know this. You just put the app on your MacBook or whatever.
Oh, that's right. There's this thing called the cloud. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you can do all
that service. I pay $16.99 for that. I'm not going to waste my money on them other nonsense tiers that they created.
Well, here's the thing. So Ant Stream Arcade, which I to be fair, I haven't played, and there's a simple reason. I can't stand retro games. So, that's putting it out there. Raymond loves them.
What?
I don't like them, mate. I never owned a Sega thing or a Nintendo what's-its-face. I didn't do any of that
Why am I on this show?
Because it's not a retro show. That's the perennial question. I have you on here just for the wallpaper.
I mean, I'm going to hire my AI to just take my spot now.
No. 1,200 games from the 1970s, Ray.
I mean, that's your time area, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it is. Absolutely, that's what I was.
I mean, they got what they got Pong
Hey,
and
don't look at
Tank
me.
and
don't look at.
and I'm sure there's what's the other game that the Pitfall.
Oh, I like. Here you go, Vet. Here you go, mate. Look, this works for you, right? The price ain't bad, $30 for the year. But look, it's also available in the Vatican City.
Oh, forgot. I mean, for me. Thank God, because if it wasn't available in the Vatican City, if it wasn't available there,
I played the Mario. I played the Mario Luigi.
I mean, look, let's be real. If your gaming service is not available in the Vatican
You know what,
City,
Miss Phoenix?
is it really worth it?
It's true. Do you know what? I would love it.
I like the Legend of Zelda.
I'd love it if the Pope was a big retro gamer. Wouldn't that be so much fun?
I mean, they should, clearly they're working on a deal to get him to advertise it. He's right there in his
an
Pope card.
avid Castlevania player going through his Trevor
Ray
Belmont.
loves his retro.
The power of Christ compels you.
I'm pretty sure Castlevania was based off of
Dracula.
the Pope.
Oh my
I curse
God.
you with the power of Christ.
So how does this work then?
They have off-brand Nintendo games and Super Nintendo games so that Nintendo itself doesn't shut the service down.
Yeah, but I mean, what do? Do you go to your Xbox and then you install this application and you play it on the Xbox? I mean, how does it work? Or do you do it through a browser or I'm going to
assume it's an I don't know. I don't have an Xbox, so but I'm just like, that's what I want to do. I want to go buy a Series X to play Nintendo games because it makes so much sense.
Well, I don't know. Can you
for lifetime access?
That's not bad, is it?
But let's be real. Like that's using the full power of the Series X is to play Nintendo games.
The thing is, how many of these could you just get on a ROM anyway and shove it in the side of your phone or whatever?
Oh, all of them.
I mean, you can sideload. You could do the same thing on the Xbox already without having to pay for that service.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
such illegal activity
let's see. Let's see. Is the lineup worth me going and buying one of the most powerful consoles in the world?
Well, you don't have to. You just install their app.
I know, but
and you may as well just play Antstream on a browser anyway. If you don't have an Xbox, you can still do it. It's got
Stream in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Look, Vet, new games every week.
I'm not trying to knock the service. I'm knocking the fact that it's on the Xbox.
But you have played the Antstream service.
Yes, and I've done retro games. That's how I got into video game streaming.
Okay.
What
did you think of it then? What did you think?
I mean, it definitely brought back nostalgia. Okay. It's a good service if you're in that retro. If you're into retro games, or you're if you're a streamer, if you're a content creator that does retro gaming, this is a good another good addition.
This is pretty good. You can play for free, and you can play up to 100 games a day on the free.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking the service. It is a good. That's because they partnered with Gem. You know, didn't anybody tell him that?
All right, this sounds like some mobile game garbage.
Of course they are. Most of them are going to be, aren't they? I mean, let's face it, they're tiny footprints. I mean, they're tiny, little, like a few Ks in size, aren't they? So
I mean,
they don't cost a huge amount to manage.
I'm just saying that the retro community is huge. So this is a win for retro gaming and for content creators that get into retro gaming, because that market is huge. I have tons of friends that are partners on Twitch partners, Facebook gaming partners, and YouTube partners that make a killing that average at least at a bare minimum of 100 plus people watching them play a Super Nintendo game.
So as a
Ross,
retro,
couldn't be me, mate.
as
He
a
certainly
retro
wasn't me,
as
mate.
as a retro collector, some of these games I don't have, and then I hate digging through my shelves to pull out a game. Sometimes I hate blowing the dust on some of my old
I've used
consoles.
services like these. I've
So
used services like those
this
when I
is
streamed
cool.
retro.
That's right. Graphics mobile does generate cash.
Yeah. Well, this is actually, the rumor is, this is why Microsoft were really, really keen on Activision, not for the A or the B, but for the K, for King, for the mobile aspect. You know, they actually would have happily done a deal where all they got out of the whole thing was K, but they had to buy the whole thing.
Well, you know, they had to buy off the king, so one way or the other.
Yeah.
They had to pay the king off.
Because they said
that's what we pay for the king, mate. Cost us a fortune.
They said that mobile's it has not gone well for them in any respect.
That's right.
That they
They
tried
have
to
no
do
mobile
themselves.
access.
Never has for Microsoft.
Yeah.
So they want that Call of Duty mobile money and infrastructure, and they definitely want that Candy Crush money. So
yeah,
I mean, they're still going to take a back seat to companies like like Tencent.
Sure.
Just by buying King is not going to get them to take out.
Well, it gets them in the arena, which
gets them in it, but they actually have to do. The problem is they have to actually be able to do something once they're there.
Yeah, they've struggled with that, huh?
This looks good for you, Ray.
Let me tell you.
I mean, I'm being serious.
Everybody's talking, but I don't know. You guys remember when Atari was doing their remake?
But did you see the other thing that the service
popular that was?
Yeah, they were huge.
Did you see the other thing that this service is not only that is that you're also getting, they do tournaments, and those tournaments bring in a ton of people.
I'm with Rokk. I mean, what is the appeal of this when you can just get ROMs of all of it?
Sideload them.
I can go down to the local. I can go down to the local retro game store and get a stupid third party thing that I can play every Sega game on.
I mean, you are more than welcome to download the ROMs illegally, and then when Nintendo serves you papers and shuts you down and sues you till you're 6 feet under, and you're still paying them after you're dead, go for it.
Well, no, I mean, but I'm saying even as far as legal stuff, I can go to my local game store in the town that I live in and get a space console 6000 or whatever that's like this all red or all purple thing, and it's got like 600 Sega Saturn and Genesis games on it.
But what I'm saying is this style is not okay. Go get out of here.
Oh,
not letting the shirtless.
Hey, mini vet, don't listen to him.
Shirtless hillbilly mini vets don't get to be on stream.
Hey, Daddy, get out of here! Wow.
That's what you guys pay me for. That is what I'm brought on this show for. But what I'm saying is, the retro may not be yours and Rock's thing, but you tell that to the retro community that's out there, that surpasses.
Oh no! I totally agree. I mean, I'm not judging this on any basis. I actually think 80 quid for life is a freaking good deal. Bearing in mind they're adding new games weekly or daily. I forget what
exactly. Graphics right there. When your internet all of a sudden gets shut off permanently.
No, I'm not knocking it at all.
Oh no, cease and desist from Warner Brothers I didn't know I downloaded that game. Darn it, I knew I should have used LimeWire.
Cease and desist for yellow wallpaper.
Speaking of paying for retro games, I think I'll stick with Square Enix's 2D pixel remaster. Those are
well, they're good. And also, I think even on Xbox, certainly they have a massive retro section on PlayStation anyway, as part of the game, as part of the PlayStation Plus setup. And
is
of course,
it massive?
even on Xbox, it's huge.
Okay,
they've got about, I think last time I counted 6.5 million games. Space Invaders 1, Space Invaders 2, Space Invaders 3. Space Invaders 4.
Space Invaders. I thought you were talking about Space Quest. I heard 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry.
I thought that was going to cover some sort of variety, and it did not.
Hang on a second. Let's have a look. There are loads on there. Not that I've looked recently, but they do have a big retro section.
This is on the Premium Plus service?
Yeah, I think so.
That I have, by the way.
Yeah.
That's dirt cheap.
Same here.
It's amazing.
I think I got it for like $7.50 a month for like a year.
What are we talking
Classic
about? The Plus Premium?
PlayStation Plus Premium.
Oh,
yeah.
you pay monthly. I don't do that. I pay annually.
No,
Yeah,
but
I
I'm
pay
just
annually.
I'm factoring
wait
it
till
out.
I wait till Black Friday, then
it
I
was
pay for it.
$90 per year or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good deal.
It is. They're
Really
making it
good
better
deal.
too.
Yeah.
The PlayStation Now offerings used to be very poor, and they've stepped their game up a lot to compete with Game Pass. Again, these are the merits of competition. If Xbox starts doing better, if they start throwing their weight around, PlayStation has to respond. So, all the cries of how this is going to punish the consumer, PlayStation's going to have to bring their A game and fire back. And that's going to produce something that people are very much going to enjoy.
I keep forgetting that once when I got my search results, I'm going to another window and you guys aren't seeing me scrolling away there, merrily enjoying the screen. You're seeing the original useless Bing screen. So my apologies for that.
I love the useless Bing screen.
I know, it's gorgeous. Now then, I think you will like this next.
Sponsored by Bing.
Exactly.
What is this about?
So, this is all about Ray. We caught Ray in the act here, Vet. Actually, wearing his onesie. This is actually Ray in his onesie. Look at this, breaking into a laundrette.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
No,
It's
not
looking for all the parts.
No. We got to move on from. Here we go. You watch. This is Ray. You'll see him coming in now. Remember Ray when he had his bear onesie on? Give him a second. He'll come in any second wearing his bear onesie. He does eventually, I know. Having said that, I haven't actually watched this. It may never happen. It may have been all in the one screen. Come on, Ray. Here he comes.
Did you get this?
Here he is.
There he is. Look how cute he is.
Here he is in his bear onesie. Look at him. He's literally, he's helping himself to free clothes. Ray, what were you doing, dude?
Look, I know it's,
wait a minute. Those ears are way too.
I know it's expensive in California.
That is not a bear onesie. First of all, that's not a bear onesie. Look at the eyelids and the ears. Do not match.
Yeah, I don't want to be looking at any of that.
I don't think we've seen enough of Ray in his bear onesie. But oh dear, bless him. I was watching The Revenant the other day for about the 5th time, and thinking to myself, the bit, no spoilers, where DiCaprio gets attacked by the mama bear. I was thinking,
Bet's house.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, why hasn't anybody superimposed Ray in his onesie on top of Leonardo DiCaprio?
No. Why
now that you gave Bjorn the idea.
Stop.
There he is. It's on Twitter. Bjorn already got it done.
Stop. They want to see Vet in a Twinker Vet outfit. Twinker.
Oh, that's true.
What the fuck is a Twinker Vet? What?
No, it's true.
Why are you making me sound like I'm a junkie?
What's that? What else do you call it? It was you in a Tinkerbell.
Pretty sure it's Tinker, not Twinker.
I mean, how else?
You're making me sound like I'm some kind of drug addict.
How else does one come by that color walls in your house?
Oh, man.
Well, when you sit in a room smoking reefer all day, this is what happens.
True.
The color was. I thought it was orange.
Yeah. Finally, final news item. This one's actually from Kirk. Kirk brings this, and he says Ray and Kirk have been stuck in with Marvel Snap. How do they feel about these cards and changes to the game? What do you think, Kirk? What are the changes to the game?
So I'd be interested to see what Ray thinks about this, but they have essentially made it to where instead of just earning a flat currency and then spending the currency on buying the latest and greatest new cards, they've made it to where there's like a free roll where they'll put like 4 cards up that you can get for that particular week if you open like these kind of loot box type things, which are totally free to earn. Yes.
Yep.
And it rotates on a weekly basis. But what it allows is for you to get like the newest card straight away, potentially. But there's a large element of chance, which I don't necessarily like. Before you would accrue the tokens to get the cards at probably a slower rate than you would be able to get a new card. But then you get to say, I want this card, and you exchange it in and you get the exact card that you want. This has a lot more element of like the slot machine, the element of chance here. And then also I would be happy with them doing this because the cards are really great. They got some really sick alternative art for the cards. If you already have the card, I was flexing on Ray earlier with my sick art germ Jean Grey variant. Yeah.
Right.
So you can get really sick alternative exclusive limited time variants. Again, there's a fear of missing out thing if you don't, because you can spend some money to get a little closer to getting these caches. But the problem for me is that in adapting to this way of getting the cards faster, they've slowed the amount that you accrue the currency that you could exchange directly. You can still exchange the tokens for the cards, but now instead of getting 300, 400 per box that you open that isn't one of these special boxes, now you get like 50 or 100. So it's like a catch-22 thing where it's like, oh, we're giving you this opportunity to get these nice illustrious newfangled cards, but then also we're going to kind of take away your ability to what you could do in the past. And so it's like, it's really cool that they're doing this, but then it has like that kind of gross caveat side of like, well, all right, why do you have to give me bad with the good as well?
Ray, what do you think?
Man, my thing is, if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. Just leave it alone. Just stop it. And then I hate when they nerf some cards and change the power on some of the cards and stuff like that. I just stop it. Just let us play. Don't mess with the cards. But otherwise, honestly, I grind. I like to do the daily. So they have like daily challenges and they have weekly challenges. And then they have like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. And I just like to hurry up and get to the chapters, get all the tokens, get all the credits, and try and spend what I can. Make sure you pin your cards, because if there is a card that you want, you can pin it and try and get tokens so you can purchase that card. And that's what I do.
But this does kind of eliminate the need for that a little bit, which is the good side of it. And also, if you pause there, those are like all alternative. Like these are very exclusive cards that you're on Rokk. These are not the standard card for Iron Lad, Echo, and Kang. These are like very exclusive, limited time, very nice art that you can get for this card that like only you and a select few people would have. And technically you can get this completely free just by playing the game. The problem is that I'm worried that the exclusivity aspect is going to encourage people, when that clock is ticking down and it's about to turn over to the next week, are they going to, drop $20, $30, $50 to make sure that they can get, if they're a collector or whatever, then get all three of these cards? I think that that's very possible. So it's a very cool thing that they're doing in giving you a lot of opportunities to get these very exclusive and very beautiful items, but then it also has kind of that scummy monetary side to it.
And then don't get caught up with the good look of the cards. What can the card do in my deck? Can this card help me win? So I've gotten Kang. I've got Kang, and
Kang is nice.
Kang is great. Kang is good, but it just doesn't work with. So I have certain special decks that work on certain situations, but just find the right cards for you. Get this like a special deck and just win. And when you do add a card and you're losing, get that card out of your deck and put in a winning card that's going to help you win. So
and anybody watching, I think you might have asked, I can't remember if it was at the top of the show or in the pre-show, Rokk, but you were asking about Snap in general. And like, you only need 12 cards for your deck to play. And like, you can play with any 12 cards. You can play with 12 cards that you started out with that you did not unlock, that you got just for logging into the game. So like anybody that's playing right now, like don't feel like, oh, I've got to get these, newfangled cards or whatever, or I'm not going to be able to win. Honestly, the divide in the cards in win rate, it really only goes from like 40% to like 53%. Like there's a very narrow win percentage of cards being used in the deck. They do a very good job of all the cards being viable, even the starter cards. So you definitely don't need to spend any real money to play and have fun and actually win. And yeah, it's just a fun game. Like I know Ray and I are really enjoying it.
Do you play this, Vet? Have you given this a go?
I do not.
No,
that's one I haven't gotten into.
Is it the kind of thing that appeals to you, or not really?
I'm not
it's a bit
really
cerebral for us, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not nothing against the game. I'm just not into card games.
It's attention span for me, you know.
Yeah, and I don't have the attention span for that.
The games are only 6 minutes long. The games are only 6 minutes long.
You know,
that's too long for me.
Rokk is not doing crossword puzzles, man.
Look,
like,
no, Sudoku is too long for me.
When I take my son to the dentist, I'm playing Snap when I'm sitting there watching him get his teeth worked.
So's the dentist.
Exactly. Snap. Exactly. When I'm travel, am I at the airport? I'm gonna be playing Snap. Yeah. When I'm probably in the hotel or at the pool, I'm gonna probably be playing Snap.
You love it, mate, don't you? You really do love it. But you've loved it since it first came out, haven't you? Even in the early days.
Well, I'm a huge fan of the Marvel universe, and and they got the characters with their powers, and I love the animation and the sound when the cards are doing its powers and stuff. So the game isn't in the cards for that.
Way.
Way. Ray, it's getting to that point of the show. We actually did quite a long one now. We need to get a praise in, my friend.
All right, you want to do the link, or are you gonna want me to?
I can do if you'd like me to. Yeah, absolutely.
I like when you do it.
Okay, I will grab the link for you.
Ain't no telling what I got in my browser, and I don't want to scare anybody if I click on the wrong.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't know if that's something I would be announcing to the world.
Done.
He's just
Ray,
got
your wife's behind you and just heard that one.
I know.
Animal suits. He's shopping for animal suits online.
Yeah, he was.
14
he
tabs.
loves his onesies. Bless him. All right, share
like
screen. He looks more like the fella that was sneaking in the laundrette
like
with
taller.
his ears. Yeah. Fair show, mate. Let's do this. Raymond, tell us all about today's praisee.
All right, guys. Today we are going to, if you can go down a little bit, go up.
Oh, up.
There you go.
There you go.
Guys, today I am praising my good friend from Canada, Willie Lowe. And if you look in the background, you see the video right there. He's got a couple of retro games. He is a retro. He does retro streams. Plus, he does next gen streams. He's been streaming Final Fantasy 16. If you could go, let's see what games he's been doing. Right there.
Only Up.
He's doing this one thing called Only Up. I've been watching that. And it's been pretty cool where you have a guy and I guess somebody's just running and there's all these different obstacles. But guys, check out Willie Lowe on his Twitch. Really nice guy. Me and SPG and Jeff and Miss Tracy, we actually interviewed him on Retro Rewind. Great, good dude. Awesome
strong
gamer.
Retro gamer. Yeah.
Yeah. Great content creator. I know he does a podcast with some of his buddies. Just down to earth. If you guys could go to Willie Lowe, we'll put the link on. Give him a follow. Awesome.
Here we go.
And look at he's a collector. If you look at the beautiful display case behind him of the his collection is amazing.
2 and Pac-Man.
Yeah, the arcade.
Yeah. He
awesome.
just an awesome.
Those look like the real deal too, not the miniature ones that you can get in the Walmart.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Awesome. I wasn't aware, so thank you for that, Ray. I'll definitely go check in Willie Lowe out and see.
Willie Lowe. Yes. Congratulations, Willie, getting the praise once again. Great dude.
Nice one. Thank you, my friend.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Excellent. Good choice. And we'll put Willie's details in the description straight after the show.
That game Only Up is fun to watch because they keep climbing, and then all of a sudden you can just fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like 18. I mean, like see how high up that is, like at the top border of the screen. You can be that high up and then miss a jump, and then you just start falling all the way down. Yeah.
Is it a solo, or are you up against other people? Or is it like a race
solo.
or something?
Solo. Yeah.
But it's all about. I mean, do they randomize it every time you play, or do you just have to learn?
It's the same. It's the same course, but it's very much about patience and execution. Like you've gotta. You can't be too twitchy with it. You've really got to focus, and if you lose focus for a second, and then the thing is, when you're falling, you can like slow down time, and then there's like opportunities to like. So if he was falling right now, he could like catch it. Like if there was like a railing or something like on his way down, he could reach out and catch it and like not fall near as far. But the funny thing is when somebody's falling, they're obviously starting to panic because the character's falling. They're losing all this progress before their eyes. And so a lot of times they miss the grab and fall a heck of a lot further.
I would name this game David Wilson, the life and the day of David Wilson.
Oh, man. So he's fallen off this. If he's fallen off this thing, has he got to go back and start again, or just keep going? Is it just a case of keep going till you get up there? You don't
pull up like only up fall or something.
Shout out to David Wilson.
You can see it.
Yeah, bless him.
Yes. Pull up.
Wow,
like an fall video.
Looks like a game that would frustrate the living bejesus out of me. I can't see the Pope playing this one in Vatican City. Can you?
I totally can't. No, I'm just kidding.
I climb so high, and then I fall.
He's gonna be cussing. You're gonna be hearing cuss words coming from the chamber.
You would.
My God, why
as his rosary beads float down the side there. Bless him. Bless the Pope and all that's sailing him. Right. Excellent.
Who is the Pope now?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's not Benedict anymore.
I have no idea.
I don't know. They all seem to have the same name, so I always get confused.
They all shop in the same store.
I mean, they have the same name and they look the same, so I can't tell if they've ever changed.
We're gonna get taken off air. I know it. It's gonna happen.
I know.
There's just no way. There's no way. We got a couple of Fs. We got a couple of F bombs from Vet, and the Pope got ripped one. That's never gonna get us out of it.
Anthony's his channel's still up, and he's had way worse than what we've done here.
Well, that's true. But we're a family wholesome channel, mate.
We've
had this channel.
We had Mini Vet get told to get out of here.
Wait, when was this a family wholesome channel?
Wow.
When are we going to get Pope Mario? We got Elephant Mario. I just want Pope
Francis.
Mario.
We do need,
Pope Francis, we apologize. Pope Francis.
Oh, it's Frankie. Pope Frankie to his mates.
Is he from Brooklyn? Oh, that makes sense.
Have they ever had an American Pope? I know they can be from different countries, can't they?
I don't think they have. I don't understand. Why haven't they? Well, actually, never mind. Let me scratch that. I'm pretty sure I know why they haven't.
They could do.
Do they really want an American run?
I
think American Catholics are known for certain things that are not reputable.
No. I think that's the entire church.
Don't let us get canceled. Do not let us get canceled.
Rock's calling it out.
I don't think that's exclusive to Americans. Kirk,
no, I think that's
almost the final word. Do you want to tell us what you're up to, my friend, in the coming days and hours before the next Tuesday arrives?
Who?
Oh yeah,
me?
Man.
No, not you.
I'm over. Not you, mate. No, that's another terrible British accent. No, I'm over at Kirk the Gamer on YouTube. All the British people are now not going to subscribe to me. I understand why.
That ain't happening, bro.
But yeah,
bridges burned.
Yeah.
I saw they just unsubscribed.
You only had 7 as it was.
I might be doing. Yeah, exactly. I've got 11 on Twitch, so I'm getting
Whoa.
there. I've got quite a few on YouTube. I've been lucky enough to have over 1,000 on YouTube, so I'm happy about that. I want to keep growing that community. Trying to reach out to some game publishers and PR firms now, get some codes, maybe do some reviews and impression videos. Got that stuff in the works. If not, probably just be playing some Hunt Showdown. They've got their big annual event going on right now, and that's kind of the game that I'm stuck in with.
This is the kind of Western cowboy.
Yeah,
thing.
or almost American Civil War era type deal. Yeah, old flintlock type stuff.
I've got a code for that. Actually, I played it. I thought it was great fun. I did.
It's very unique. It's very unique and compelling.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
zombies
or,
and stuff,
or approachable. Sort
zombies
of, yeah.
Like
very witchy voodoo type vibes. I think.
It's fun. I kind of feel bad because Vet has been sporting my logo over his face for that entire piece, and it's great. I mean, it's nice that he's done it.
Disney Speedstorm as well. I'm going to be playing some Disney Speedstorm. That game's going free in September, and I really want to make some content because I bought in. It's basically like a Mario Kart type of a deal with Disney characters. They've got like Monsters Inc., Toy Story.
They just added. They're at.
Isn't
I'm not going to go that far.
Free?
I will.
It's fun.
Isn't Dreamlight going free as well?
I know it's on Game Pass.
Yes, they're both going free to play later this year. Disney Speedstorm, they're just coming up on season 3. I know they're adding.
They're finishing up the Toy Story season.
Lilo from Lilo and Stitch will be added in for some of the new racers.
But that's one of the few times that I bought in on a game week 1. I did the whole kit and caboodle and bought the $70 game. So I figured that's a great opportunity with me with this game going free to play. Whoops! Oh, it's Ghost Story time for Rokk.
Are we matching? There we go. There we go.
No, it's a good opportunity to put some content out, like for people that are like, "Oh, this is coming free. Should I jump in or not?" Maybe explain the mechanics of the game and like what's going on. That's right. It's very good. I don't know that it's better than Mario Kart. It's doing its own thing. Mario Kart Disney characters have their own like abilities.
I don't care. Really Shut up about Mario Kart. Vet, what are you doing this week?
I don't know.
I'm sure it's brilliant. What are you up to? Come on, I want to get my dinner.
I'm going bear hunting later. Are you? No, not really. Well, I want to, but the wife said no because it's not legal. It's not bear hunting season, even though one was spotted like 20 minutes from the house. I just want to go chase one.
You moved into their neighborhood, buddy.
I know. I've been trying to every time I see one, I drive 20 minutes out of the way with the wife and kid in the car so we can go chase after it. It's not my fault. I haven't been able to catch it.
So bear hunting to one side. What can we look forward to in the cozy world? Get cozy gaming.
I don't know. I'm gonna probably do Dinkum on Friday. Wednesday, I'll probably be doing something else. I don't know. I might do another first look. I think I'm going to check Coral Island out because I've had a few of my viewers that have wanted me to check that game. I may do some streaming today. I don't know yet. If I do, it'll be some Assassin's Creed. Since we're speaking of bear hunting, I may as well go jump into Assassin's Creed and jump off a church building and kill people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dinkum's just had its first anniversary, hasn't it?
Yeah. And Disney Disney Dreamlight Valley has their next major update tomorrow. So every major channel that plays that will probably be streaming.
What's coming tomorrow for Disney?
They're adding the characters from Wreck-It Ralph. They're adding some other some like a snapshot feature and a bunch of other stuff. So some new Disney realms that they'll be adding into the game finally.
So will you be streaming the update? Will you be showing?
At some point I will, or I'm just going to let MiniVet stream it on Saturday.
Yes,
MiniVet's I don't know. He basically told me that all of my viewers are not mine, and my channel is no longer mine, and because he's
taken over.
Forcible
takeover. He said he's better than me, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's
he was getting 30, 40 watching, mate. The numbers were there.
Dude, I looked at that stream, and I looked at what I did yesterday. That his stream has like almost 200 views, and I'm like, I don't even get those kind of numbers. What the hell? And I looked at him like, boy, you're done streaming. Go to your room.
Get him to sign a contract quick because you don't want to be giving him none of your revenue.
What did I do? I said, get out. You know what you did.
Exactly. Thank you, my friend. Raymond, my friend.
Yo.
What you got coming up, brother?
Well, tonight I'm going to be doing some Marvel Snap on Ray 3473 Twitch TV.
I will tune into that.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Probably about an hour and a half of Marvel Snap tonight, and then I'm looking forward to Thursday. Who knows? You might see me on the Rokk Players on Thursday.
Nice.
And let's see. And guys, today 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 East time. Crystal is going to be doing her birthday stream.
Nice.
She's going to be doing some Disney Dreamlight Valley. So she's giving away a game. So you guys check that out. And
bless her.
Yeah, that's about it, guys. And then I think I got another show of and then I'm off on vacation. And so yeah. So another week of me, and then I'm off.
So week after next, you're heading down to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's actually said he was going to hang out with me in North Carolina. He was coming to the beach to visit.
Just pretending. Yeah. You could put up a green screen. Nobody would know, would they?
What is it with Rokk and people from the Carolinas? Something.
I don't know, but you see, the thing is, Vet's almost there with a green screen anyway. Look, he's only a shade away.
Man. You guys, come on.
How many weeks is the wall bent gonna go? Is that gonna be like a couple months? Or?
Just this week.
Okay.
It's my show, mate. No, you tell me.
No, we got to bring it back. No, this has got to be a recurring thing.
Oh, Vet. Don't you listen to him, mate. I love your wall. Don't you listen to Kirk. He's only here for this week.
It's all good. It's all good. This is my last appearance.
I'm going to be writing. Like, I'm going to be coming up with jokes for the future.
I mean, you're more than welcome to. I got to make some quick calls to the Department of Defense real fast.
Oh.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Wow. SWAT team. Oh, awesome.
What? There's been a knock at the door. Oh.
Yeah.
Why is this bloody hell? Why is this internet out? Why is this internet not working no more? Oh,
you've never heard me say bloody hell, and certainly not in that accent, mate. Oh,
that was worse than mine. I feel a slight bit better.
They've ripped into me this show, Ray.
No,
I don't know. I think poor Vet and his walls got more ripped than anybody. Yeah.
Poor Vet and his Corvette. Right. It's time. Thank you ever so much, chat. You've been a fantastic. He's all right. He'll be back. He can't go more than 5 minutes without the stardom. He's addicted. Thank you very much, chat. You've been amazing. Thank you, guys. And as we just said, happy birthday to Chris. I hope you have a fantastic day and get lots of nice things and stuff. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday. Wednesdays. Good News Wednesday tomorrow, right? So we just do a load of old good news stuff, which is quite nice. As you said, Thursday it's Rokk Players. Friday is Team Rokk stream. So all good. Thank you ever so much, fellas. Kirk, thank you so much, my friend, for your debut. That was a sparkler. And Vet is there, really. He's waving. That's not an upside down unhappy face there. That's his happy face. Just imagine him with a little smile like this. You see. Say goodbye, Vet. Goodbye.
He is done.
He doesn't get paid, mate. It's contracts, the whole show or nothing. So, it's his own fault, isn't it?
I don't need to get paid.
Carve-outs, yeah.
It's okay. I already got paid.
Oh, that's fair enough, mate. We'll see you next Tuesday. Say goodbye, people.
We get paid for this?
Oh, you don't, Kurt.
No, you don't.
Sorry,
you don't.
You don't, Kurt.
Celebrities, don't feel bad. Celebrities get paid. When you hit the big time, then you will.
Yeah, no. You definitely don't get paid.
Sorry.
Right. See you later. Bye.